Yeah.
Right now, 20-0, I feel good, and I just want to keep it going all the way to St. Louis.
And we look at St. Louis being, if the team keeps winning, you have 4 games left at the time we're talking right now, so you got 2 at home, 2 away.
Yes.
Just what you could say about where the team's at right now and how real this feels that in your inaugural season, this is unheard of. When you're an expansion team, when you're in your inaugural season, you're not winning 20 games in a row. You're not starting out 20-0. You're not the number 1 ranked team in the nation. I mean, this is special.
Yeah, it's very special because at first, I didn't really know what to expect because, Syracuse never had a semi-pro team here. But as we kept winning and we kept chucking away and we go from 10-0 to 15-0 to 20-0, it gets realer every game, and we know we got a shot. I think everybody is locked in right now. We very focused as a team. We want to get better every single day, and every game day we bring it. We have each other's back. We bring every game day, and it's very real. It's an achievable goal that we all is going after, and I think if we continue to work hard and back each other up, I don't think we have a problem going to St. Louis, getting to St. Louis.
We know fans love basketball in Syracuse.
Yes.
So, how have the fans been, in your opinion, over at Manly's Pebble Hill, watching you guys play?
I think they're very great. I think our first few games sold out. We pretty much been bringing a lot of people in MPH. We want to keep it going. Even next year, we want to just bring even bigger crowds. We looking to expand the OCC next year. That's a bigger auditorium, and hopefully, if we keep going and we win it all, next year will be even bigger. So I'm definitely looking for that.
So we're here with DaJuan Coleman, once again, DaJuan Coleman of the Syracuse Orange, men's basketball history, current Syracuse Stallion, and I think it's fair to say after, 5 or 6 years, we call each other friends?
Yeah, definitely.
We could do that a little bit here.
Yeah.
So I got to talk with you, because people don't get to obviously be in the locker room and see it, but I would always come over and see how you were doing and how everything was going. And just what you could say about, us building our relationship, what you took away from it. Because I always know from my angle, but what did you see from it? Because the media is the media. I would hope that I'm not the same.
Yeah.
But just what you took away from, our conversations.
Yeah, I noticed you a really genuine guy. Even the players that might not have the best game, I noticed you always, took the time out to give the players that might not have the best game an interview, and pretty much I took that as you're a very nice, genuine guy, so.
And we got to talk a lot. You have a ton of tattoos.
Yes.
I'm thinking about getting my first one.
Oh, really?
So we'll talk about that in a second, but how many do you have?
I stopped counting after 15.
Because it's full arms, right?
It's 2 sleeves, so
it's
I stopped counting after 15. Yep.
Is there any other besides the 2 sleeves?
No, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah,
so is that all you're ever going to do? You just wanted the sleeves?
Right now.
I see the smile. That means there's going to be more.
Right now, I have a little room on my arm left, but I think I'm going to wait. I didn't have anything coming to mind recently, so I think right now, safe to say I'm going to stick with just 2 sleeves.
What are your favorite ones?
My favorite ones?
Yeah. Can we show them or no? Do you have the ability? Can we show some of these things?
Not really. But I would have to say
ones are up top.
Okay. I would have to say the one on my right arm is a time clock, and it's a quote that say "One life, one chance," and I think that's maybe my favorite one. Or 2 DCs on my arm. I kind of seen those. I got the inspiration from LeBron James, where he got the LJ on his back triceps. I think I got the idea from LeBron James. So
I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking about doing. So obviously my name is Dan. So for Daniel, this story in 5th grade, I think it was 5th grade that it was said to me, was Daniel in the lion's den from the Bible. You know that story?
No.
Where so Daniel obviously worships God.
Yeah.
So Daniel's praying, and he is close with the king in the area. And the guards that work for the king essentially say, hey, Daniel's worshiping this God, we should be worshiping you. And they coerce him into agreeing to throw Daniel into a lion's den because the king has no problem with Daniel. But they kind of weasel their way into making this happen because I don't know if they were jealous of Daniel, whatever it may be. So they throw him into the lion's den. And when they throw him into the lion's den, they think, okay, there's 3 lions in there. He's going to get eaten. It's going to be quick.
Yeah.
Daniel goes to the middle of the room, kneels down, prays to God.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm going to paraphrase, but more or less, I know that my life is one life, but can you please say, can you save me?
Yeah.
And he just prayed, and when he opened his eyes, the lions were all sitting around him like cats, completely tamed.
Yeah.
And he could pet them, and he could sleep amongst them, and nothing was going to happen. So it's crazy. So this is the story. So the guards are all excited. They go there in the morning. They think Daniel's going to be ripped apart. They open up the thing, and Daniel's totally fine.
Nice.
He gets out. And the king says after that, Daniel is allowed to pray to his God. He can do whatever he wants to do. I'm not going to stand in his way. And as a punishment, he throws the guards in that had put Daniel in there with their families. Before the gate even shut on the lion's den, the lion attacked all of them, killed everybody.
Really?
So it proved that God had stepped in. And so there's Daniel in the lion's den tattoos that has like Daniel's face, and then it has a lion above it, and they're both looking up to God. Absolutely beautiful, but I know nothing of tattoos, and there's a lot of shading, and they said that would hurt.
The shading actually don't hurt. That's the easiest.
Oh, the shading doesn't hurt?
No, the shading don't hurt.
I got misinformation.
The lining hurt. The lining is actually get deeper into your skin. The shading is just on the top.
Okay.
The lining it hurts. But long story short, all the tattoos hurt. So you just got.
I was gonna say you're a big guy, so if it hurts you,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like when people say, "Yeah, this tattoo don't hurt." They all hurt.
I had somebody tell me yesterday. They're like, "Oh, they don't hurt. I have a high pain tolerance."
Don't believe it. They all hurt. Yeah.
They all hurt.
You sticking yourself with a needle.
Yeah. So I don't want to do something crazy. I don't want to do like a full arm. I just want to kind of either do it here or on the back of my left shoulder blade. But I want the Daniel and the lion stuff.
That'd be nice.
I want to do it.
That's a good look.
You like the idea? So my birthday's 10/21, and here's the crazy thing about it. So in the book of Daniel, I was in college. I ran Bible study with this lady, Jenny Rose. Shout out Jenny Rose. And she said, can you make some stuff for our poster? Because it was for the activity fair or whatever. So I made a Bible, and I put Daniel chapter 10, verse 21 for my birthday. So it was just kind of like me subtly putting my birthday and my name on there. So she opens the Bible, and she brings it over to me, and she puts it down. And it's open to Daniel. I go, what's this? She goes, when you get a chance, just look at it. You'll figure it out. I never knew this. There's a chapter 10. The last verse of chapter 10 is 21. And it ends with, let it be known in the book of truth that no one will support me against them except Michael, your prince. My middle name's Michael.
Nice.
So my birthday, my name, the verse is my middle name. So I feel like I'm going to have to put Daniel 10:21 on my arm.
You have to.
Got to put something there.
Go for it.
So I think I'm going to do it.
Go for it.
But you like the idea.
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to have to come there and give me shots of vodka or something.
Yeah.
Get me ready for it, Daniel.
Right.
How did you do this? How did you get so many? If they all hurt, how did you go through with it?
It's like an addiction. Once you get the first one, you want to get your second one, your third one. Then after wow, you sleeved up like me. So
yeah,
it's very addicting. But if you like it, then go for it. I'm a fan of art, so I like expressing myself through my tattoos.
When you're like 87 years old, are you still gonna like them?
Oh yeah. Definitely.
You will.
Yeah.
Because my dad always said, he goes, are you going to like that when you're 80? And then my mom's the opposite. My mom's like, get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Yeah.
How was your family with it?
Oh, they fine with it.
Yeah.
At first, my mom didn't like it, but after a while, she got over it. So.
After you got your 18th one or whatever. Speaking here with DaJuan Coleman of Syracuse Orange basketball history and the Syracuse Stallions, currently 20-0 from the Wildcat Sports Pub, 3680 Milton Avenue in Camillus, New York. And we thank you for watching on Facebook.com/LiveNowDT to our live feed. DaJuan, Syracuse's team this year is consistently inconsistent. Really good games and then kind of head scratchers. What have you taken away from 26 games? They're 18-8, but it's been up and down.
What I take from this, Syracuse basketball, you always gonna have your ups and downs, and it's just tough, College basketball is not the easiest. D1 basketball is not the easiest sport in the world, but our guys come to play every night. They give their all, and there's nothing more you can ask for them. So I know they're trying. I think they're going to finish out the season strong. They've had a big win against Louisville, and hopefully they have some motivation to take down Duke after Zion Williamson went down, and I think we'll be good.
Zion Williamson blows a shoe up.
Yeah, never seen it before.
Like I was gonna say, you've never seen it. Like you're a big guy.
Yeah,
he's a big dude. When you play, I mean, especially playing and whatnot, you're built kind of like you could play D end or play center. Mm-hmm. He's built like he could be on the football field as well.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody plant their shoe and blow it up.
Never seen it before.
I think it's a great commercial for Adidas or Under Armour against Nike to go, at least our shoes don't blow up. But I mean, that's
unbelievable.
The only thing that I can think in my head is like he's just a big guy.
Yeah.
But you never had it happen.
No.
Have you ever like worn a shoe out?
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's after maybe 10 games. That's maybe after 10 games in the season. Just going after it, wearing it in the practice.
The bottom fall off?
No, never like that. Maybe you get a little crack on the side or something, but never blow the hole.
How would that? I mean, I'm just trying to figure out the physics of it all. How you step down and there's so much air that it just like bursts apart, and
I don't understand it.
It's crazy.
The way it ripped, I don't understand.
I think Roy Williams did it. Really? I think North Carolina did it.
Somebody stuck you.
I think somebody put some air in those shoes. Yeah. I mean, I had the pumps, and they didn't even blow up.
Yeah.
I could still wear the pumps. They're like, I don't even know, like 15 years. The ones that you used to put on and pump them up, and they're supposed to help you jump harder and whatnot.
Yeah, I remember the pumps.
Yeah.
Before my time, but I remember the pumps.
Before your time. How old are you, DaJuan?
26.
Okay. Yeah. You're not that old, DaJuan. And I'm not that. I'm 7 years older than you. Don't say before my time. I'm going to ask you a question. Let's play it before my time. Do you know what TGIF is?
TGIF?
TGIF.
TG.
The TV thing.
No.
You don't know the TV shows?
No.
TGIF, Friday night, ABC, Boy Meets World, Full House, Step by Step.
Yeah, I know those shows.
Family Matters?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know it.
Yeah.
Because, bless her heart, there was a girl in the community here that I said, there's no more TGIF, and I'm so upset about it. And she goes, what are you talking about? There's one in the mall.
Oh, really?
I was like, not the restaurant, man. So what was your childhood? What do you remember of your childhood? TV, like toys and whatnot. We're only 7 years apart, but I feel like you're going to make me feel like I'm 80.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Nick at Night,
okay.
Cartoon Network.
Yeah. What was your favorite cartoon?
Favorite cartoon, I would say maybe Rocket Power.
Okay. Were you a Ninja Turtle fan?
Not really, no.
Transformers?
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Like the original?
The original.
Okay. Who was
Tommy.
your favorite? Okay.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite?
The White Ranger, Tommy.
Okay, Tommy. So the green/White Ranger. I met him.
Really?
So I got to meet him, got an autograph, shake his hand. Yeah, he's a nice guy. Very nice guy. So there's stuff. There's a connection there.
Yeah.
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And all that other stuff. So what was favorite movie growing up?
Favorite movie? I want to say Friday.
The first one?
Yes, the first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
you still like Ice Cube? Now, is Ice Cube a better rapper or actor?
Actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's the best rapper, though?
I don't want to discredit his
No, his rap's good, but...
Yeah, but what he doing with movies is unbelievable. Yeah. And coming from where he came from is unbelievable. So.
21 Jump Street or 22 Jump Street?
21 because I didn't see 22.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. He's scary. Ice Cube's like, he's the dad I would never want to meet. He's the dad I would never want to, like, the door opens and I love this girl and that's the person I gotta talk to.
He seems like a cool guy. I would love to meet him one day.
Yeah, I would meet him like that, not meet him because you're dating his daughter.
Nah.
I don't think that's the right way to go.
Yeah.
So who's the best actor? Who's your favorite?
The best actor?
Best one. Ever.
I would have to go with Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
All right, favorite Denzel movie? He's only done like 600 of them.
I would have to say Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans.
Yeah, that was a big movie. That was my childhood, yeah.
Remember the Titans or The Express?
The Express? I never seen The Express.
The one with Ernie Davis? That you one?
Oh, Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans?
Yeah.
All right.
That's a classic.
Fair enough. Best comedian?
Best comedian?
Yeah. Besides me.
What do you mean, stand up or in movies?
Stand up.
Stand up?
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I actually like Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a funny guy. Will Ferrell. Who else? That's a hard one. It's a lot.
What about in the movies? Who's the best one in the movies?
The movies?
Yeah.
I want to say maybe Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler. All right, fair enough. So took a little break there. I had to know about your childhood. I had to hear some things that I know about so that I could feel better. Since you knew TGIF, but you didn't know that you knew TGIF.
Yeah.
So we're back to Syracuse here. They defeat Louisville. They win 69-49. Louisville has 6 different players that are 30% or better from 3. Mm-hmm. They have 2 players that I believe are above 40% from 3. They hold them to 1 for 13 in the first half. Only one of their players, they had 8 players that played at least 10 minutes in the game. Of those 8 players that played at least 10 minutes, only one of them was in double figures, Jordan Wara, and he had 9 in the first half. So even though he got to double figures, Syracuse only allowed him 2 points in the second half. Everything that I just said screams really good defense against a top 25 team. What did you think about that? Because we talk about offense, but what about the defense?
It was great. The zone could definitely catch you off guard if you don't come to play. It can definitely catch you off guard. And when we playing at a high level like that, everybody's active.
Right.
Moret come in and play good minutes, get some steals, and everybody is feeding off each other. It's tough to come into Syracuse with the huge crowd. The backdrop it could be a tough game. So we came to play last night, and hopefully we can keep that momentum up to do.
You've seen some big games. Mm-hmm. You've seen the fans show up.
Yes.
I believe the record is 35,446. It's going to get broken. We know for sure in the Syracuse Duke game in the Dome.
Yes.
This time around.
Yes. Definitely.
What can you say about being in a dome that has over 30,000 people in it?
Electrifying. Just playing with that many fans in the building, every time we step on the court and the fans are just going crazy, and they're going to be there early. So it's amazing. I'm glad I had a chance, coming from Syracuse and actually playing in the Dome. That was something that was on my bucket list. I'm glad I, had the opportunity. But it should be crazy come Saturday. It should be. Is
it hard for you to hear even when you're the home team? I mean, is it hard to focus as the home team?
Yeah, definitely. But you rather have those fans on your side than against you. So
yeah. I mean, it's called the Loud House for a reason, but you're in a dome. Mm-hmm. When it gets loud, it gets piercing. It's kind of like a concert. You kind of can't hear for a little bit.
Yeah, when it get loud, it kind of the whole building vibrates.
Yes.
That's the kind of loudness it gets.
Do you feel it on the court? Do you almost get that sensation?
Yeah, you definitely feel it on the court. Even when you sitting down on the sideline, you can feel it. You can just feel the energy in the air.
When you guys play, how there's so the basket in front of the band. Not that one, the opposite basket. So the opposite of your bench, the visitor bench basket.
Yeah.
That one. So in that corner, there's always somebody that yells at the visitor bench when they stand up, sit the bench down.
Oh, really?
Do you ever hear that?
No.
Do you ever hear anything from the fans? You tune it out. Can you ever hear that? I mean, besides like the screaming collective, can you ever hear anything?
Most times, if you have fans on court side, you can hear them. But actually, deep in the crowd, no, you can't really hear. As a whole, you can hear the fans, but singly, no, you can't.
And I was going to ask, can you tune it out? I mean, can you find a way to kind of, you hear the noise, but almost it's like muffled like Charlie Brown, that wah wah. You almost don't hear anything. Can you do that?
Yeah, you can definitely do that. I did that a few times. And it just depends on the type of person you is. If you're good at, blocking out the noise, you can definitely do it. It's possible.
You being a local guy, so it's a great thing to have a local player play locally, but at the same time, there's the other side of it where if that local player doesn't get out there that much, the fans might get upset, or if that local player doesn't play as well, then it's hard on you. What can you say about your experience of being the local guy, the guy down the street at JD that went to Syracuse? How was it?
I mean, it was great. like I said earlier, just being that kid from Syracuse, a lot of people don't really think, it's possible for, an inner city kid just to go to Syracuse, let alone, graduate, be on 2 Final Four teams. It's a big honor, and I'm glad I was able to do that. I'm glad I could be, that kind of role model in my city, to be able to do that. So I'm really thankful, and it's a blessing.
That coming from DaJuan Coleman, Syracuse Orange alum, JD, as well as the Central New York native, myself, Dan Tortora, here with you at the Wildcat Sports Pub. If you're watching, thank you so much on Facebook.com/LiveNowDT. We implore everybody that is watching to come out to the Wildcat, get some food, get something to drink, have some fun, enjoy themselves at the Wildcat Sports Pub on 3680 Milton Avenue here in Camillus, New York. DaJuan's been out with us here before, and he's with us here again. And to keep with that conversation about being the local kid and whatnot, and going through the ranks here, what went through your head when you were making the decision? Because you had some big-time schools looking at you. Were you ever concerned about letting the hometown down or anything? Did that ever cross your mind? Like, what if I don't do well here? Was that ever on your thoughts?
Not really. For me, the biggest thing was, to play in front of my family and friends, have them get the opportunity to see me play instead of, going far away. And pretty much, that never really crossed my mind, even through the injuries and everything. I always wanted to stay grounded, stay mentally focused and just get through school. And I learned in life, everything is not going to go your way. So either way, you just got to, grind it out, just keep going.
Coach Boeheim, when you were going through your injuries, would, make statements, one of the statements he made, that we didn't know how bad it was and whatnot. How do you think the coaching staff handled it? How do you think he handled it when, sometimes we thought you were coming back next week and it would be 3 months? I mean, how do you think the staff kind of handled it? Because I know Boeheim doesn't like to give up a lot of information, and with due reason, I don't think coaches ever like to talk about injuries to give anybody a competitive advantage.
Exactly. But I think we handled Syracuse handled it really well, because at the time, it really was up in the air. So if you was to ask me, was I coming back or like within the time frame, to be honest with you, I couldn't tell you. It pretty much depended on how my body felt. And I think, the coaching staff, our trainers handled it very well because at the time we didn't know. So
what was the injury essentially? What was it called? What was the actual? Because we always hear leg or we hear knee, but what was the?
So it was meniscus my freshman year. Then my sophomore year, it was the cartilage actually in the same leg, my left leg, and my redshirt senior year, it was my right meniscus. So 3 different surgeries.
Yeah, so 3 different surgeries, and just the meniscal issues. Is that something that ran in the family? Is it just kind of a freak thing, or
just a freak thing? Yeah.
So it just happened.
Yeah.
So going through the surgeries, bring me into that. I mean, you going through that, people don't talk about, they want you to score points, they want you to jump, they want you to dunk, they want you to catch the ball and do what you need to do. But how hard was it for you to go through those surgeries, and mentally, was it tough for you to kind of talk yourself through it?
Yes, it was definitely tough, because you want to give it your all, first of all. But then when it started affecting your play, it could be tough because you want to play your best, but when you physically just can't do it, that can be tough. But that's why I decided, to go with the surgery. At first, I wanted to play through it, that's how it was as a kid, I always wanted to play through it, but it came to a point, I told myself I just can't play through it. I got to have the surgery. So I went through the surgery, and I was always positive about the surgery. I know I was going to always bounce back from it. That was just my mindset. And unfortunately, it happened again my sophomore year. So I pretty much kept the same mindset, bounced back from that. That actually took a little longer. And I actually bounced back from that. And we made it to the Final Four that year. And that following year, I did the same thing with my right meniscus. But it's just a mindset, if you want to, call it quits, then you can do that. But if you want to, grind it out and see what happens, anything is possible. So
I want to ask you about this. This has nothing to do about what we're talking about, but I want to ask you about this. That's my dog. So that is Lily. She weighs 9 pounds. You're seeing her on Facebook.com/LiveNowDT in the Wake Up Call Studios. This is what she does during my show sometimes in the morning, 9 to 11, on mixlr.com/WakeUpCallDT, or when I'm editing. Have you ever seen anything like this? What are your thoughts of this video right now? Or this picture right now, I should say.
Well, I thought at first it was a hood, I thought it was a furry hood. But now I can see the dog face and everything, but it's a funny photo.
Have you ever had a dog that small? Did you have dogs growing up?
No. Yes, I had a dog, but it was a pit bull, so it was not that small. Yeah. It was definitely. But yeah, that's.
So you had a pit bull.
Yeah, it's pit bull.
Okay,
right?
What was the pit bull's name? Tell me something about this pit bull. I want to learn about your life with dogs.
It was a very feisty dog, very protective. And it was it was a lovable dog too. But I got that dog when I was, I want to say, 10 years old. Actually passed away when I was about 16, but it was one of my favorite dogs. It was the only dog I ever had. So,
would you ever get another one? Because I know Rakeem Christmas had his dog, and I know that his dog passed recently, right?
Yes.
So, because I know that I talked with Mike Benajay about his dog, and when Benajay and I were speaking, because it was during Summer League, and Rock and Mike Benajay were both playing down in Orlando, and Rock said that. Or Mike Benajay said that Rock's dog bit him, Lil Rock, or whatever. Yeah, he said it bit him. And Rock was like, Rock was trying to defend it and just saying, he just didn't like you, to Mike Benajay. But what can you say about that? Because, Rakeem was close to he has a tattoo with his dog. Of his dog. So.
Rock is a dog lover. So, but for that dog to bite Benajay, have you ever seen that dog? Is a huge dog.
Yeah.
That's a dog you do not want to get bitten by.
Do you think that Mike was lying?
No, he probably wasn't lying.
I don't think so.
If I was Rock's dog, I probably would have bit Mike too.
So you had a bunch of different teammates.
Yeah.
A bunch of different personalities. Trevor Cooney, Tyler Lydon, Malachi Richardson, Mike Benajay. What can you say? Who was the funniest teammate that you've ever had?
The funniest teammate will probably be Mike Benajay.
Okay, why? Impression? What did he do? Did he do impressions? Didn't he have a Boeheim impression? Did he have a Boeheim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just from anything. Him just joking every day in practice. Actually keeping a smile on everybody's face, and even in bad times, Mike is always smiling, bringing everybody up. But overall, he's a good guy. Very funny too.
Tell me something about Malachi that we don't know.
Oh, Malachi?
Yeah.
That you don't know.
Yeah.
Malachi
something about his ways. Maybe in the locker room, maybe in practice.
He was cool. Malachi wasn't here for too long. He was here for 8 months. But Malachi was cool. Very smooth.
Very smooth.
Yeah, he cared about his appearance. He had the hair going. But Malachi is a good guy.
What about Tyler Lydon? Now, we didn't see his shoe blow up, but we saw his shoe come off when we were in Chicago.
Tyler Lydon is a cool guy. He worked hard every day. He actually bought a dog his last year too. He's a big dog lover. Something cool about him, he's a hunter. Yeah. He liked the outdoors.
What about Trevor Cooney? Now, Cooney and I have spoken a lot. And Cooney probably had the most love-hate relationship that I saw with the fans, which I thought was awful for your fans to ever boo. And I tell fans this all the time. You can be upset with the way your team is playing, but don't ever boo your own team.
Yeah. Especially a kid like Trevor.
Yeah, go ahead.
All the work he put in through the years, I would say definitely he's one of the hardest workers that I've seen at Syracuse since I've been there.
Yeah, I mean, he's played overseas and just a tremendous person, works extremely hard, one of my favorite people. And, really when he came in with Jeremy Grant, and like you said, that I would go and talk to anybody in the locker room, not just the guys who had the great night and whatnot, because they know that. I mean, if Tyus has 5 points against Duke, 2 people are going to talk to him, and if Elijah has 30, everybody's going to go to Elijah. I go to Elijah, I go to whoever. I mean, I went to Frank and spoke with Frank after the Louisville game. He played 7 minutes in the first half and didn't amount any statistics except for, I think, like 1 foul or 1 assist or something like that. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't think that it has to come down, and people know that. They know, you knew if you had a good night, you knew you were going to be bombarded.
Exactly.
And how did you take that? Because, you're going to talk to them regardless, but I would come up to you every other day. Mm-hmm. And when you would have 20 people around you and 19 of them never spoke to you, or maybe they wrote something bad about you or something like that, how did you handle that? Was it tough for you to be around it when you had a good night?
I would say yes and no. Definitely, when you don't have the best game, a lot of people is not talking to you, but you can't really think too deep into it. It can be tough for, younger guys, but once you played a few years, that's just how it is. These guys just want a story, and at the end of the day, it's their job, to get a story out there. And you just gotta, don't take it personal.
So, going through this and going through everything that you have, when you had those moments, because Trevor had moments where he just kind of got sick of it and he would let you subtly know. Did you ever have one of those moments where you kind of took a little jab? Maybe you guys won a game that everybody said you weren't going to win or something like that. Did you ever have a moment where you just kind of playfully gave it right back?
Yeah, maybe, but off the top of the head, I can't really recall if I did have one of those moments or not, but I'm sure I did, yeah.
That coming from DaJuan Coleman. And DaJuan, we've seen this team be up and down. The Ohio State victory was when the team was ranked, and that looked like a quality win. Mm-hmm. And against Georgetown looked like it was a quality win, but those teams have faltered after that. So really, when you look at the NCAA selection committee, and unfortunately I have to think this way because I get asked this question a lot, but Syracuse has really one quality win, which was over Duke. Now they have 2 over Louisville. Just what you can say about the committee, and if the committee was thinking about Syracuse right now, why should they let them in?
Why should they let them in?
Yeah.
The reason is, because the last 2 times we made it to the Final Four, that we made it to Elite 8 last year, we didn't have the best of records, but once tournament time, we are a tournament team. I can say that, but I think just beating Duke is a quality win, and Louisville just give us a chance, and I think we could prove that we belong. So.
Yeah, that coming from DaJuan Coleman, you believe that they can prove that. We've seen some good games with Syracuse at Cameron Indoor. They won 2 of those games since joining the ACC, and we've seen Syracuse win inside the Carrier Dome. We have obviously those games that, those around Valentine's Day or Valentine's Day game, the John Gillen last-second shot. What do you think about this rivalry between Syracuse and Duke?
I believe it's a great rivalry for the game of basketball. 2 legendary coaches. Each year come with great teams. And so far, I think it's almost even, or I think we up, right?
I think it's even now. I think that you guys have matched each other now.
Yeah, it's very close, and I think it could be one of the best rivalries for years to come. So.
And in seeing something like that, and in seeing, just what this team has been able to do, just what your overall takeaways have been of this year's team, because last year they had 5.5 guys. Barama wasn't 100% healthy. So what has this team shown you? Because on paper they're supposed to have more depth, but it's been up and down. So what have you seen out of all this?
Pretty much we got a gritty team. Like I said, we're going to have the up and down. That's just a part of the game. We don't have quitters, these guys come every day, they give their all, and that's all you can ask for. So
they control their destiny. Yes. It's a great place to be in. Louisville was above them. They defeated Louisville. They hop up a spot. They go from 6 to the top 5. Virginia is above them. Duke is above them. North Carolina is above them. They still have to face all of those teams. So what are your thoughts on the fact that Syracuse controls their own destiny? And then if they want this, they can go out and get it, and the only team that stands in their way is them, essentially. They don't need any help from anybody else.
No, definitely not. Just coming off the Louisville win, I think we have the momentum, and these is tough teams, but we have nothing to lose. So I think if we go out there and play Syracuse basketball, we be real energetic on defense. We score the ball like I know we can. I think we'll be pretty good going into these next, 3 to 4 games. So.
It's one game at a time.
Yes.
What can you say about playing and not thinking about the next game? Obviously we see that the team didn't do that this time around. They weren't looking past Louisville at Duke as many people were. So what do you think about the fact of how, they were able to lock in and they were able to focus? Was that ever hard for you to, focus on maybe Georgia Tech when you had Duke coming up, or focus on Florida State when Virginia was around the corner? Was it ever difficult to lock in?
No, definitely not. But like I said, they have a great coaching staff. It's the end of the season, and I feel like having a coach like Boeheim is really going to have these guys mentally prepared for the games, and I believe I think they'd be good. They'd definitely be good this year.
That coming from DaJuan Coleman here from the Wildcat Sports Pub, 3680 Milton Avenue in Camillus, New York. DaJuan, as always, I appreciate it. Team is 20-0. You got an away game at Binghamton, a rivalry. You're back home for 2. Then you got your last one on the road. We'll see where the team ends up from here, but got an opportunity to go undefeated in your inaugural season with the Stallions. Congratulations on the work so far. Let's get some more. And I got some videos. I don't know if you've seen them, but I'm going to have to put them up. I took some videos courtside of your play.
Okay.
So I got a little DaJuan highlight reel.
Okay.
I take care of you, DaJuan. I always have. So we'll make it right. So congratulations on what you've done so far. Keep the focus, more work to do. And let's see 2 Syracuse teams hopefully make it in men's basketball, and then obviously Coach Q and the women's team as well. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.